Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right. Okay, back to Radon again. So, Discord IPO. I was reading a Reddit thread, and people are like, they're saying like between all the other like IPOs that are potentially coming up. Well, all I considered here was Anthropic with their Claude and Discord. I'm like way more leaning towards Discord. Some guy derided it as emoji servers. Now, this makes sense if you just kind of look at it in 5 seconds and just dismiss it as whatever. But what I know is that, you see, nowadays you don't measure by functionality, right? You measure by stickiness. Like where do people hang out? You know, it doesn't matter if you objectively think this is good, bad, whatever. If people just end up spending more of their screen time, their digital life, they spend more time on something, it's just worth more by definition, right? And we can argue endlessly about what it is, what it isn't, what it should be, what you think it should be, what I think it should. In the end of the day, where people hang out and spend their actual time, the actual metrics, are like those you can't argue with, right? And in fact, if there's a lag between reality and perhaps like what the, how do I put this, like if the actual future is much better than what it is today, well, that's the time to invest, right? Your ability to see something that most, I would say, rushed, or how do I put this? Like they don't have that magic eye. If you can see it or feel it and put your money in there, you stand to win a lot of money. From my experience, whenever I invested, like the winners I had in investing, a Frontline PLC shipping company off Venezuela news, which is really weird. Intel, because I thought their Panther Lake was like incredible. SK Hynix, because I was so like knees deep into AI and I realized that context size was the most limiting thing, and that's bottlenecked by RAM, by like high performance RAM, which SK Hynix was an underrated like underdog. But you know, if you dug deep into the news, you see that Nvidia was like courting SK Hynix aggressively because they had a secret sauce for HBM4. All these trades are like, and Geely Auto in China. The thing I look for in all these trades is to find someone who doesn't think a lot about it, and they say, "Well, that's just a piece of crap." Like I wouldn't buy that. Like Frontline, I didn't test with anybody, but who the fuck would ever know about Frontline PLC, right? And then Intel was probably like, "Oh, Intel's garbage." Oopsies. Fuck now. Well, I just dodge this normally. Boom. Couldn't do it. You just like what was it again? This Frontline PLC was basically a Venezuela Maduro capture, and you just kind of extrapolate from that, thinking that shipping will go really high, like in the next while. And then Intel was like Panther Lake, where they were showing off how like cool their troops would run. Like it would run really cool, and they would run like high performance game, like high demanding games, right? Which was like, what the fuck? Like how'd they achieve this, right? And if you like just checked out their whatchamacallit, you just checked out their how they achieved it, it was because they were basically trying to become the TSMC of the West. So if you had to read into geopolitics, that Taiwan is the TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor. They are the leading fab in the entire world, like Apple, Samsung, all the heavyweights in the tech industry. They rely on TSMC, so much so they even call it a Silicon Shield in Taiwan, which just means that, like, people can't fuck with Taiwan because of TSMC, right? Because if you start shitting on Taiwan for whatever reason or bullying them, they'll just say, okay, well, our TSMC will just give you less chips next month. Basically, they have leverage because everyone needs their chips. Was the story, right? So, but in the long run, like as they should, whatchamacallit, like the U.S. wants to reduce dependence on TSMC because it becomes a problem, right? Like, therefore, that thus enters Intel, and then you just gotta know a little bit about like how the fab processes and shit. Am I like casting slow or something? I think I'm casting way too slow. That's where none hit. Jesus, crazy. Do I have enough firepower to kill him? Jesus. Ooh, that was dangerous. You just stand straight, like just stand. There's again lateral movements. Saves fire. I think he'll charge up, right? Yeah, he goes. Okay. I just don't stay in the fucking same spot. Alright. He'll just come down from nowhere. There it is. Scan. There he is. Where's he going? Where's he going? Skater, come back. Okay. Fuck you. Whoopsies. Stay straight, right? On him. This one's like, he doesn't fire unless he gets close, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, though. That was bad. Stay straight. Okay, no, just go lateral. Better move. Okay. Charge up stamina. Yeah, that's it. Should be done. Barring like some bad accident here. That was Intel. Intel did really well. I mean, like, it was a double trade, right? 2 extra money, and SK Hynix is like a 3x trade. Frontline was probably 2x, but I sold it at like, And my biggest loser was Microsoft. I mean, you think like Microsoft had OpenAI. I use ChatGPT every day, but Microsoft, and they're not the same. Like, Microsoft is more Copilot, and it's embedded in governments. And I thought, like, the thing is, like, Microsoft is a known name, and I guess people just don't know. Like, NVIDIA is also a known name, and now that went up a lot from like 180 to 210. You just never really know in the end, I guess. But like, of the lesser names, the only one I lost on a lesser name was a Bitcoin. Bitcoin, was it like a proxy? Like, they would buy and sell Bitcoin and make money off the options and shit like that. Like, that was the only one that I lost kind of big on, but I didn't put much money into it anyway. So, lesson learned: if you can find a company that is overlooked, that has a real moat or a bottleneck, and you can find at least a few people who shit on it because they don't spend enough thought on it. They just go like, well, my first impression is it's trash. Then I would tend to think you got a winner there, maybe. And now Discord is a bit of a be careful here, because like, how do they make money? I have to actually look into that. Like, I don't even know how they make money, honestly. But one thing I know is that it's sticky. So like in my shoes, like I have the really weird position that I know one guy who's like he's a guy who got me on Discord again, and we played like games together or chatted on Discord. And I gotta say, like the chat in Discord is really good. So like instead of like you saying I chat with him, which you have that too, you usually have a room system. So what they do is they create rooms in which you talk and just do anything. You can post images, you can type text, you can have a chat, you can anything. That's not a big deal, and like yeah, it kind of is. Like weirdly enough, I thought it kind of is a big deal. Um, and the reason I say that is because like it wasn't obvious to me how the I mean okay so it's one of those things where like it's so obvious when you're using it like oh this was that it like that's just a chat room and then when you see it in actual use how like Diablo 4 players would coordinate like runs with it how like there's like basically like people who stream PoE they also like they put their own Discord I don't even know how to use it like on a like how I only know the base way that people use it and like that's sticky, you know? And then you start customizing your nameplates and shit. It's even stickier. So I was quite impressed how they like how they pulled it all off. And the main tech that was interesting to me was like the sticky database. So what I mean by that one is like um I in wrong order. I have to get the check it was the wrong order. Um, let's get the Common Azure first. Uh, like every room is a database that's like it's like converging. So like you're gonna have like so many people running that database, but it has to show every user like the same data. It's like an IRC chat room, right? But like heavier with media and shit. And what the fuck? Where is it? Oh, here. Vector version. Um, and now I remember like if I had like some say I wanted to share something between Mac OS and Windows, having Discord open on both computers was the fastest way by far. Like like you just open Discord, find a room which you like would find appropriate for that content, and then you would just like write to it basically. Like you just like post something to it. And like you would think I'm just being lazy. I didn't set up a better way of like actually like sharing like, a photo, for example. But turns out like no, like it's the Sea River, really? Okay. Um, that was very impressive to me. Like the text seems so obvious and dumb, like anyone could make it. At the same time, like it was just really impressive, just overall. Uh huh. Hold on. And I haven't gone through the numbers yet. I get 35, like 5 billion, 15 billion, like valuations and shit. But Gen Z is pretty stuck on Discord, I think. And because of the stickiness, I think it could have like a high, like doubling, tripling potential after all the retail hype goes away or the shenanigans go away. If you can pick up the stock at a fair price, like I mean, like when other people don't see the potential or when like people are negative about it. Wait, did I go the right way? For Christ's sake, I don't even know how to navigate this anymore. When people are like shitting on the stock is the best time to always buy. Just general rule, right? Like, um, investing is definitely one of those contrarian advantages thing. It's like When Bitcoin goes up, is when no one's talking about it. For Christ's sakes, that's just the way it is. Like when it's off people's radars, I find like Bitcoin goes up. Like it's just like all this contrarian shit. Like if it's too obvious to you, usually like probably it's already been done. Like it's sorry that so you got to find some smart people that because they don't invest the same time or because they're not involved in the same kind of world, they share they have a more like standard like am I going the right way? I don't know where I'm going. They have a very negative impression of the thing itself. And like to me that's like a great sign. So like for the SK Hynix trade, I remember like my friend was saying like, yeah, but I think Korea's like not doing well overall, like the economy's in shambles or whatever. I didn't really think that was an issue. Like their economy is another issue. Like Korea's economy and SK Hynix's valuations are like completely irrelevant to me. Like they're like not even connected. You're not investing in Korea. You're investing in the company that happens to be in Korea. For Intel, I would think people think Intel like people are buying Macs, and there's an image that Intel equals Windows or Intel is mostly Windows, but like AI servers and chips and all that is where like most of the action's at now these days, right? So people will shit on Intel just because of the memory of their failures. But they came off a recent big change in leadership. I forgot his name was Tan, something Bhutan or who I forgot the name exactly, but he basically threw out a lot of people. He stopped happy times at Intel. Generally speaking, it's unfortunate, but it's true. If a company's having too much of a good time at work, it's probably not doing good work. Like, there's just no way around it. Like, even when people say they like enjoy work, quote unquote, or like the people who made Elden Ring didn't like suffer. Everyone who makes a good product, I think, suffers in some way. It could have been fun when you look back at it, or like you remember it with like a lot of nostalgia. But if it was too much fun, the question then becomes, why isn't it that everyone else doesn't have the same amount of fun and then accomplish the same thing with the same amount of enjoyment? Because everyone wants to enjoy something, right? In fact, the fact that you suffered and pushed through, that is what separates you from the rest of the world. So, am I going the right way? It sounds like almost like cynical and dark to say that, but I think I missed a ladder. Did I miss a ladder? Is it ladder first, then village? I don't even remember. No, I don't think so. I think it's here, right? There's a grace here, yeah. So, I have my doubts about Meta, though. I think they're flopping on many levels. Like the distrust, I think the distrust for Facebook products or whatever Meta is pretty damn high, I think. It's also a very unhealthy platform, Facebook and Insta, I feel. It's like invites heavy comparison and invites it's not healthy for people overall, I think. I don't want my kids to be like on Facebook all the time, like that would be so like no, don't do that. Insecurity, that's the word, right? It lends to insecurity, I think. Mass insecurity, Is my life cool enough? Am I cool enough? How do I measure up against celebrity lifestyles? It's like just gross, I watch your back, in this situation. I say that and then I say that and then I actually die like that, Not watching my back. um, I should drink this up, eh? Fire away. Fire away. Fire away. I think it is better, huh? You stun? Can you just go for the kill here? You can go for the kill here. Risk it. Gotta play riskier sometimes, huh? Why'd you even kill that person? You get nothing. Oh, memory stone? Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's good for the Common Azure. Costs a lot, right? I need your spell, please. Huh? What? Thank God. I was like, what? I think he moves his hand very, like, gently or something. I forgot, why did I go all the way down here, though? I go to Mount Gilmer to kill this other dude. I don't know what the reasoning was for, though. Like, I would always do it, though. Common Azure isn't... Oh, right, because you need the infinite FP thing. This helps you kill, like, Mog, and, it trivializes a boss. Like the, what is the boss called? The one who's guarding the capital. Check my phone. Stop playing soon. Get ready. I was watching like a really good series called Straight to Hell on Netflix. It's about, I think her name was Kazuko. I forgot her last name. So I forgot her last name though. But like she's like on one of those like she's well known for being a scammy fortune teller. But like it covers her life story. I'm not sure how accurate it is historically, but man, it's a good watch. The movie's just done so well. Like I was like so glued to my seat and everything. And yeah, it's like I can understand how she became that way. You know, one thing I learned as I got older is that moral judgments are so cheap. Like it's so easy to say, "Oh, that guy is so terrible," or "I would never do that." Like it's too easy to say this. And I mean, maybe you mean it, like you feel like you mean it, but like what I always feel is the ultimate like irritation zone is that we will never know if you would or wouldn't do it unless you actually had the opportunity, right? Like I would never kill that guy, or I would never do. Yeah, but how do we know, right? Like I can say that I would never cheat on anybody, never. It's such a despicable thing. Kids of like 5 or 6 already know how to lie, like a bald faced lie. So we're looking at a skill here that's like even not infants, but like children know how to do. So like, you're kidding me, right? How the hell I get hit there? So what I've become like very skeptical of is what it's called virtue signaling, right? Like you would just get on the bandwagon and just call out something bad that you see, like something that's despicable, and you go, I wouldn't do that, and then other people saying I wouldn't do that either, and then you all join in and feel better about yourself because you allegedly, the keyword is allegedly, as we've never tested it, right, would never do such a despicable act. And it's always in my mind is, yeah, but how do you actually know that? I mean, do you really know that? Like, right. So. Fuck. Jeffrey. Oh! I remember this guy. You gotta not aggro him, and you'll get the first, stun on him for sure. And then it's just play normally. Okay, kind of get off, please. Cat is so, like, needy emotionally, and I don't really know why. She like wants attention all the time. Honestly, I now sympathize with the people I've asked attention from all the time. Like, it's annoying after a while, truthfully. It is. Like, after a while, it's like, man, are you so starved for attention and praise? Like, I get it, you know? Like, it is kind of annoying. Should be okay, right? Yeah. Charge up. Tired. Hilarious. Wow, this guy's tough in terms of HP. Is he stuck in a bug? He'll move, I bet, eventually. Yeah. Let's so bombard him, right? Huge damage on a noggin. He'll charge in, though. Gotta watch out. Here he comes. Here he comes. That was close. Watch direction. He often leans towards the direction, right? Like the one, yeah. Barely enough to kill him. There it is. Should be enough. Go for the kill, I think, here. Yeah. One more shot. Should be good. Even if he charges, it's done. Done deal. Okay. Yeah, another example was the one I like to bring out all the time is Alinity. That there's an episode where like she threw a cat, like on stream. Her cat was bothering her, so she just chucked the cat like threw the cat basically instead of gently picking it up and placing it the way we would like to show on TV. And like the whole internet was in an uproar, and maybe rightfully so because that's setting a bad example, et cetera, et cetera. But like, and I think even PETA was called, like the animal cruelty thing. Okay, like that was ridiculous. Like, you're shitting me. Like in an absolute truth sense, like getting thrown like that is nothing. Like I've done that to my cat countless times, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Like chucking a cat, they land on their feet. Animal abuse to me would be like starving the damn thing or like putting it into a tiny cage for your own amusement. Yeah, then you gotta call somebody. That's just outright cruelty, right? I mean, it'd be better if they're just left out in the wild at that point, right? So, while the outrage, well, she's a public figure, she's pretty, she's got like a debt to pay because when you're pretty and popular and make money easily, well, no one likes you because you don't have to suffer the same as other people do. Or I don't know what the reasoning is there. Okay, like I just know like the standards are just different. Is the hand still chasing me? Yeah, he is. Look at that. That's crazy, eh? Let him kill me though. Go ahead. Standards are like just insane. Like I'm not even sure if the people who are like slamming streamers for like aberrant behavior, if they're even aware of how ridiculous they look. Like, just I guess they don't care because when you're an anonymous face in a crowd, like you have no responsibility. Like you don't get singled out because you're basically like in the crowd, right? But like I don't know. It's just insane. Like I'll sympathize with the streamer at this point. Like. We just die in one volley. Hope he does. Yeah, he will. He's a bad motherfucker. Get him first. Then we had the Pokimane one. I remember that one too, where she called people broke boys because she was selling overpriced cookies and shit. They are overpriced, but in a context of like you could buy the same good, the same product physically, the same product from a store that is overpriced. In a context of these are the cookies that support her, like as you know, in Japanese they call it different. They call it oshikatsu, which is like I support a streamer. Like oshi is like supporting someone, so it's framed in a more positive light. It's not the same, is it? I mean, you are like now paying into her pocket and getting her approval. I don't know if she actually calls you out for buying the cookies, but like, they're not the same thing. You know? Anonymous cookies and Pokemon cookies aren't the same thing, you know? And so, like, if you start complaining with the cookies all the time, I don't know. At first, I was like, that's despicable behavior to say that on stream. Like, I thought so too. But then the more I think about it, it's like, I understand, you know, it's like annoying, you know? Like, I'm not looking at my rear view mirror enough, huh? What was I gonna say? It's the behaviors that defy explanations that are like really terrifying to me. Like you just, no matter how deep you look inside yourself, you could not find a shred of yourself that would be similar. Like those are the scary behaviors that I like get terrified of, and I'm scared of meeting people like that too, because not superior, they're just they're incomprehensible, and that terrifies me. Like, to where do I go now? I forget. Get rid of that guard, dude, with one blow, hopefully. Near the capital? Where's the capital? Here. Right. Alright. Gotta get ready for something, so end the stream right here. Okay. Level up first. 77. Okay.